There's something many men don't say out loud, but think every time they look in the mirror. How do I look in these clothes? Do they make me look shorter? Do I lose presence? It's not just about height. It's about how you present yourself to the world. In a world where many things seem designed for tall bodies, those of us who are shorter than average may feel that dressing well is more difficult. But that's not true. What's missing isn't more clothes or expensive brands, but rather understanding what suits your body and how to use clothing as a tool to enhance your presence. Stick around to discover 5 styles that will change the way you see yourself and present yourself to the world. But before that, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like. It really helps us keep creating valuable content. Now let's begin. Style number 5. Your attitude is the foundation of everything. No piece of clothing can replace what a confident presence communicates. You could apply all the right combinations, choose the perfect cuts, colors, and details, but if your posture is slouched, if you avoid eye contact, or move with insecurity, the clothes lose their power. Personal image isn't just what you wear, it's how you move through the world. Standing tall, without stiffness but with intention, already changes how others see you. Walking with your chin level, shoulders relaxed but straight, and breathing naturally is enough to show confidence. There's no need to exaggerate, just occupy your space naturally. Accessories should support that intention too. An oversized watch on a thin wrist doesn't say strength, it says imbalance. A thick chain or flashy ring may draw attention instead of adding value. Choose discreet details with character. A sleek watch, stylish glasses, a quality belt. These are quiet statements that reinforce confidence without raising your voice. And don't underestimate your hairstyle. Hair can also affect how your height is perceived. A cut with some volume on top can elongate the face and add a few visual centimeters without anyone noticing. It's not about changing your image to look like someone else. It's about knowing your features and enhancing what you already have. Style number 4. Your coat should not overpower your presence. When the time comes to wear heavier clothing, many shorter men feel like they lose control over their style. Extra layers can be a challenge if not chosen wisely. A coat that's too long or bulky can throw off your proportions instantly, and even if it does its job of keeping you warm, it might hide all the great choices you made in the rest of the outfit. A coat that falls below the hips tends to visually shorten the legs, even if everything else is perfectly matched. The ideal length is one that ends right at or above the waist. Short jackets, well-structured and fitted to the body, enhance overall proportion. If the design includes vertical elements, like prominent seams or straight zippers, even better. These help elongate your figure visually. The type of closure matters too. 2-button coats allow part of the torso to remain visible, even when buttoned, which lengthens the body. In contrast, coats that close all the way to the neck or have oversized lapels tend to compress the upper body. Choosing a lightweight and well-tailored structure helps preserve the outfit's balance without sacrificing warmth or presence. Texture also plays a role. Heavy fabrics, thick padding, or overly voluminous designs add visual weight. This broadens your shape and, in turn, makes you look shorter. The ideal choice is technical materials or well-draping fabrics that keep you warm without adding bulk. There are modern and stylish jackets that do both. Protect from the cold and maintain an elegant silhouette. One more thing. When wearing multiple layers, make sure none of them peek out from underneath your outerwear. If a shirt or sweater sticks out below the coat, it creates a horizontal line that cuts the figure. Each layer should be fully contained within the previous one. That visual order communicates clarity, neatness, and most importantly, style. Even a simple coat, if well chosen, can elevate the entire look. Style number 3. Color can be your best ally. Color has a direct impact on how your figure is perceived. It doesn't just beautify or define a style, it guides the viewer's eye. And for shorter men, this detail can make a big difference. The most common mistake is combining highly contrasting colors between the upper and lower body. For example, a light shirt with dark pants, or the reverse. This kind of contrast creates a visual break, dividing the silhouette and making the body appear shorter than it really is. Instead, when you choose similar tones or colors from the same family, you create visual continuity. This continuity lengthens the figure, even without it being obvious. It's not about wearing exactly the same color head to toe, but about staying within the same palette. A look in earth tones, for example, can include beige, sand, and light brown. Another effective option is mixing different shades of blue, or gray, or olive green. These harmonious combinations allow the eye to flow from top to bottom without interruptions. It's also important to understand how patterns affect your look. Vertical stripes, especially if they're fine and subtle, can be very flattering. You'll find them in shirts, suits, even pants. Ideally, they shouldn't be too bold or too wide. Keep it understated. These lines draw the eye downward and create the effect of a longer figure. The opposite happens with horizontal stripes, which widen the torso and break verticality. It's also not recommended to use large prints or bold graphics on the upper or lower body, as they create visual weight and distract from the overall harmony. Fabric matters just as much as color. Two garments in the same shade can feel completely different if made from very different materials. A pair of matte cotton pants combined with a shiny shirt in the same color may look like they belong to two separate outfits. That's why, when aiming for visual uniformity, it's best to go for fabrics with a similar finish, nothing too shiny or overly textured. Finally, don't forget about your shoes. A common mistake is treating them as separate from the outfit. But if the shoes contrast sharply with the pants, they break the visual flow you've worked to create. For instance, white shoes with dark pants may look bold, but they shorten the leg visually. Instead, go for shoes in similar tones to the pants, or within the same color range. This color connection creates a unified effect that naturally and elegantly elongates the body. Style number 2. Shoes and pants work as a team. Often, the success or failure of a look lies in what's least visible. Feet and legs, though far from the face, have a huge visual impact. If pants are too long and bunch up over the shoes, they create folds that interrupt the silhouette. That extra fabric, no matter how small, shortens your legs visually. And if the pants are wide or shapeless, your figure loses definition. In contrast, slim-fit pants with a clean fall and the right length, just brushing the shoe, create a sleek look effortlessly. This is not just aesthetics, it's visual strategy. Choosing the right cut, keeping the length in check, and avoiding excess fabric completely changes the result. The rise of the pants also plays a key role. A low rise sitting below the hips elongates the torso but shortens the legs. This breaks the balance and makes you look shorter. On the other hand, mid-rise or even slightly high-rise pants redefine your proportions. Visually, they make your legs look longer, which adds height without anyone noticing. It's a simple but effective trick. And then there's the footwear. There's no need to wear platform shoes or height-boosting inserts. The secret lies in harmony. If the shoe is lightweight, with a sleek and narrow design, it complements the pants instead of disrupting them. Dark shoes with dark pants, or earthy tones with beige or green, create visual continuity that elongates the silhouette. In contrast, white shoes with dark pants abruptly break the bodyline. The same happens with bulky or heavy shoes. They draw attention downward and visually pull you to the ground. Small details are often underestimated. The right hem, the shape of the laces, the texture of the leather, everything sends a message. And when shoes and pants speak the same language, the whole look appears harmonious. The goal isn't for the shoe to stand out, but to blend in. The smoother the visual transition between leg and foot, the taller you appear, even if you haven't gained a single real centimeter. Style number 1. Proportion is everything. One of the most common mistakes is losing body proportion by wearing clothes that don't fit. Pants that are too long, t-shirts that hang below the hips, jackets that feel heavier than helpful. All of these shorten your figure visually. Instead, choosing garments that fall where they should, that follow your body's shape without being tight or baggy, creates balance. A t-shirt that ends right at the waist is slimming. Mid or high-rise pants elongate the legs. It's not about showing more of your body, but about respecting its natural lines. The key is that nothing should be too much or too little. Everything should flow without visual interruptions. When your clothes complement your shape, the viewer's gaze naturally moves upward. It's subtle, but noticeable. And when you look proportionate, you also feel more confident. That confidence shows, even before you say a word. Confidence isn't measured in centimeters. It's built with care, intention, and the decision to show up as you are. When your outer image reflects your inner confidence, style happens naturally. And at that point, it doesn't matter if you're taller or shorter than others. What matters is what you project. Because real style doesn't start with the body. It starts with attitude. So don't miss the chance to apply all of this. You don't need to change who you are, just show it clearly. Clothing is a tool. Use it to speak for you, to support what you already have: character, presence, and authenticity. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.